What's good, YouTube? I want to tell you, I hate the feeling of being sold something just as much as you guys, so I want to show you in depth right now, right at the window where stores are listing Code of the Duelist on TCG Player at a very competitive rate, why Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles pre-orders just dictates the market. And remember, there's an extra 5% off with DGZ BOD Z5, but that's actually important. That's just a free 5% off your order. They have free international shipping when you spend over 75 US dollars, which is about 125 New Zealand dollars, if I'm not mistaken. So, I just want to show how closely it dictates the market, since the competitive nature has finally happened. Pro Play Games here, cheapest, $36. The Firewall Dragon is $2 under that. We see Trickstar Reincarnation, $23.84 lowest. Pro Play Games again, nice Pro Play going in. $24.44, so barely cheaper than them. We have Lumina at $19.69, a $18.52 US, lower. We see Rescue Fair, it just keeps diving, it's nose diving. Robbie made a video saying, this card's not an investment card. One day it could be the best card. They already dipped it to 17, but overnight it ended up lower. Gaia Saber at 14. Let's see here. I don't even see where Gaia Saber is. I guess they very much overvalued it. $9. But look at Ningrisu, $14 almost. But they have it at $9 and have had it at $9. And they even have the bundles that make everything cheaper for you to get, such as this World Chalice one. I think the World Chalice one's insane. If I had a team, I would probably get a few, because it comes with 2 Ningrisu. It comes with all the supers you need. It comes with 3 of each Ultra at 35 US dollars. And then that's almost free shipping, just getting 2 of those. Like, their bundles are probably the most insane thing about them. But very, very well priced at the beginning. Also 5% off everything with a simple code. Just, it's too good. And that's why I feature it. I realize it's a specific site. It's not TCG Player or eBay, where it's independent sellers dictating the market by being able to list and bring each other down. But I think they really are powerful at predicting the market on pre-sales. And they have the cheapest pre-sales consistently, and that's why I end up showing them off, showing off their prices, because I think they're very accurate, they're very good at what they do, and they're pretty awesome. I have not had a bad experience. The orders come very, very fast, so don't be deterred by them being, from New Zealand. I would say the average order takes about 4 days. It's actually just insane to me how fast they are too. I know everything that I'm saying is just good about them, but they are that good. It's that simple. The prices themselves dictate that a lot of the market, they were spot on pre-orders, and pre-orders are usually hell of expensive. Something else to note is they have Masterpiece at $8.51, and I found this very funny. They're selling it cheaper than Troll and Toad's buying it. Masterpiece, $9 here. I find this hilarious. Masterpiece, $8.51. Oh man, Troll and Toad's hot buys are on point some of the times. Masterpiece is one of them. I just found that hilarious, that they're actually selling it cheaper than Troll is buying it at. Also, so that's another point. Masterpiece on over here is $11.74 for the unlims, and it goes up fast. I just found this entire situation hilarious. Troll and Toad's buying it, $9, 11 over 9. That's an insane percentage for buying it. It indeed is a true hot buy. But then Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles is over here, selling it cheaper than Troll is buying it. That just shows their site, like how crazy they can be. Minerva's down to $9 from 11. That's not the biggest fall, but it keeps falling, even though it was kind of one of the sell cards for Battles of Legend. Kind of reminds me of Giant Hand, where Giant Hand started out really high and just kept tanking and tanking and tanking into non-existence. Like, if we look up Giant Hand, I'm sure it's just fallen so far. And for some of these, I only have TCG Player up because I don't feel we need multiple examples. It's actually a 371. So Minerva, I don't think will continue to fall too hard, because Minerva's can actually be used in a lot of decks for her mill power, a lot of rogue decks, and Giant Hand kind of fell by the wayside and got power crept, so to speak, by a lot of cards. If we come over here, again, I do like to look at Troll and Toad's hot buys for, like, trends, even if I'm not selling them a card. Like, the Masterpiece is a really good price. But Ash Blossom, that's, you know, almost 75%, not terrible from a vendor. But I like to come and look at trends, and I might actually consider selling them Seraph Knights again. 1050. It's trending up hard, but I feel like it's going to get hit by a ban list. We see on TCG Player, $15 lowest. It's crazy. The DTs are back to being only $1 above the supers here on TCG, and that when that happens, something's either wrong or people were sleeping on the DTs. But this is crazy. On eBay too, $15 lowest. $15 lowest on Seraphonite here again. I feel like the engine is going to get hit by a ban list. I feel like I'm not crazy, but maybe it'll be avoided like the OCG ban list. Maybe people feel this is really safe and kind of the future of the game, since Gofu's likely to get hit. It puts up a continuous spell. Brilliant Fusion, which is also up. $9 lowest tier, $9 lowest tier. eBay's a little more reasonable, $750, $750, $750. But trends on TCG Player tend to hit eBay. It leaves a continuous up, typically, for, say, the True Draco cards. It's pretty crazy. Most people don't end up playing this in True Dracos, by the way. But if the engine gets hurt heavily by a ban list, I think they'll need to find crutches to lean on. And a lot of people think this is going to survive at full power through ban list. I'm not one of those people, but this is what the speculation comes down to, boys. Sometimes you're trying to think ahead, and Seraph Knight's one of those cards. Also, of course, the Stargrail players are buying the crap out of this. This is the way that deck really can turbo off at times. This is really good for their deck. I would say, if you're a Stargrail player, you should have already had this card. If you aren't playing till after September, I'd be dumping this card to either on eBay or to the hot buy list, depending on when the prices go down and how long they stay up. You know, 66% of a hype beast card ain't terrible. It's not terrible, but I would definitely say the best value on here is Masterpiece. When Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles is selling it cheaper than they're buying it at. Oh, man. The final card here today on Market Watch, before we have a small open discussion, is Droll and Lockbird at $760. And $6 for the STBL. We come over here to eBay. The cheapest STBL near mint looks to be $614, so it's in an even heat here. This is for the Trickstar hype. Trickstars are able to abuse the Droll and Lock, just get rid of their entire hand. Pretty darn good. I heard about this a while ago. Pro Play Games sold out of theirs. Shoutouts to the insider trader information. Not somebody literally just told me their site sold out. I wish I had that kind of insider information if you're listening, Machado. But it's really cool to see it naturally take its toll again. Another STBL card. But do recall, OTS 5 comes out this weekend, and major vendors will be allowed. All OTS stores will be allowed to now sell Droll and Lockbird. So that should have an interesting impact on the price, because every single major vendor that's been holding these and holding these, got them when they were cheap, will be able to unleash them on the market this weekend. Something to keep in mind while there's only 12 total prices here. So, the open discussion I do want to say is, people do sometimes look at stores in a negative aspect. They say that Market Watches ends up helping the stores, ends up helping the vendors. Do remember that stores are the cornerstone of our entire community. While players are the foundation, stores are where we go to play. Stores are where we go to support. Even though Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles is a foreign shop, do be sure to support your local tournament stores. Be sure to go out and help them out. So these kinds of stores are definitely what let us have a place to play. They let us do what we're able to do. And Robbie heavily emphasized it, even in his Code of the Duels. Do not buy Code of the Duels. He said, I'm still buying a box to support my local tournament store. So during this time, I know this is one of the not as good selling sets. Be sure to go play in their tournaments. Be sure to go buy a snack or two. Be sure to support your local tournament stores and really help them out during this time, because sets like these really suck for stores. And there's been a few of them. Dimensional Guardians, the Pendulum, is it Pendulum Evolution? I'm not sure. But the one with the Magicians, it wasn't the best selling either. Be sure during this time to go play in tournaments, to help them out if you enjoy your local tournament store, and really just enjoy and share in the sense of community there, because once they're gone, we don't have a place to play at. So helping out stores, that ain't the worst of things. I would definitely say you want to support them. Hype Beast cards like these, I'm glad to point them out. You know, it is really good for Star Grail players though, so it is a natural, it's a natural occurrence for people who waited, but again, I think it'll get hit by the ban list. That's my personal opinion, though. So, a lot more speculation, a bit of a different market watch. Tell me what you guys thought about everything throughout this. I do stress that's why I show Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles. They're not a sponsor up in here, although we are talking to them. We are talking to them about sponsoring the Zodiac tournament. And again, no special privileges are really given to Zodiac tournament sponsors. They get their logo on the Zodiac banner and during feature matches. That's literally all they get, boys.